My shadows, they follow you. My shadows, they follow you in the darkness. Lost all of your dreams, the night is harder. My shadows, they follow you. My shadows
Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking, but you, I know it, you know it, we make it. So I'm crazy. Oh my baby, got me staring at you. So I'm crazy. Won't you bend that back for me? We won't stop. Got your feet both locked. You get to fly with me. I can take you down for a ride. I take you around my life. Jaywalking, crosswalking, lip locking, but you, I know it, you know it, we make it.
I remember the feel of the air touch my skin. Am I real? 'Cause I felt something leave from within. I feel empty. Have I got nothing left to give? Am I living? 'Cause I only felt alive with him. I'm driving in the night, the hood down. It's when I feel alive, when no one's around. The darkness deep inside comes to light now. But it's alright, it's alright. I can break no heart if I got none. I won't break apart if I stay on the run. But sometimes in the night I miss the sun. Why did darkness come? I felt my body break, my heart give up. Why did darkness come? I felt the lightning shake me into hell. Why did darkness come? I wanna stay in here where I feel known. Why did darkness come? Something keeps waking me up. Why did darkness come? Why did darkness come? break, my heart give up. Why did darkness come? I felt the lightning shake me into hell. Why did darkness come? I wanna stay in here where I belong. Why did darkness come? Something keeps waking me up. Nothing left to give. Ready to part of the darkness with him.
Okay, so we're live now, and I think you guys can hear me. Sorry, I put my microphone on mute before, so it's unmuted now, and it's working fine. So this is my first live stream, so probably I'll tackle some of the glitches during the live stream. So just bear with me for this time. So I hope next time the live stream will be a bit better. So I think. I think now you guys can hear me. If you guys on comments, let me know on comments that whether you guys can hear me or not. Mm, can someone please comment at the bottom and let me know that whether you guys can hear me or not. Let me just grab my laptop over here. This is the first time probably I have. Moment, please. Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? It's like I think it's like 15 seconds delay between the stream and the live streaming. you guys should hear me. Can someone please let me know in the comments that can you guys hear me now? Is it good now? Can someone let me know in the comments that is it working? The audio? Still not. Come on, that's embarrassing. Okay, what if I just close all these things and then try again? Can you guys hear me now? I'm using a different thing. I hope you guys should hear me now properly. Uh, can someone let me know that you guys are able to hear me now properly or not? Mm, it is okay. Thank you at last. Sorry for the inconvenience. So this is the first time actually I'm doing a stream. So I was expecting like a little bit disturbance, but not like that much disturbance that I waste almost like 10 minutes on it. Um, okay, so the today's let's don't waste more time and let's jump straight into the today's video. And the topic of today's video is that I'm going to build a PC. Because since we are in quarantine and we don't have way to go outside, so the best thing is to build our own system. So today I'm going to build a system that will be 7th gen Intel Core i7 7700 with 32 GB RAM and with a NVIDIA GeForce 1070 graphics card. It's quite okay and quite budget gaming PC. You're able to build this PC under $1,000, and if you throw a 4K monitor, and then you will be good to go. So let's start building. So for this build, I'm going to use this 32 DDR4 CL16 32 GB sticks, and for the storage, I'm going to use this Samsung Evo 860 500 GB one, and also for the boot drive, for the fast boot, I'm going to use this 256 GB Intel SSD 760p. That's pretty much it, and let's start building it, and let's make some place on the text right now. So I'm going to use it this small cooler master case because I want to put this system on my table. I do have a big system at the bottom, but I was looking for a compact system, so for that I use this case. So the very first thing that we have to do before doing anything else is to start from the motherboard. So I'm going to use for this build it's Z170i gaming motherboard. So the good part why I choose this one, the good part is that this thing have a inbuilt Wi-Fi and also some overclocking capabilities if in future I want to use this system, if I upgrade the processor to 7700K, so I can overclock that processor through this some documentation, and no one is going to read that. And this is the motherboard that we need from this one. And do we need anything else? This is the IO shield that we are going to use. This one we will install this on the in the case, and that's pretty much it. Okay. Okay, so it's a very tiny motherboard, as you can see. I have a small hands, but it's like less than my hands. The good part is that um, I can put this thing on my desk, so that's why I chose this motherboard. Everything seems pretty good up to now. Okay, so the very first thing I want to do is to install the processor. I already put processor over here. So when you are going to install the processor, just make sure that you are not going to touch any of these gold contact pads at the bottom. Otherwise, you might feel some trouble. When you're going to install, just make sure that there's a triangle there, gold color triangle, and make sure that you're also align this to the motherboard, and there should be a dot on the motherboard. Very gentle with this thing, and when it's there, just use the lever to lock it on its place. And this is the safety cap to save the pins on the motherboard, and it's out now. And second thing which I'm going to do is going to install the no. First I'm going to install the M.2, and this is at the bottom of this case. The place is for the M.2. I need the screw for this one. There should be something added. And, okay, here it is. The M.2 screws. Uh, okay, no more comments. It's working perfectly fine, thank you. Sona artist. So I have to install this screw first. There should be, I do have a screwdriver to use this thing. I need a smaller screwdriver to just install the M.2 SSD. So the SSD is installed, so there is nothing there at the back that I need to install right now. So now I can move to the what? CPU cooler. Okay, so I'm going to use this stock CPU cooler from Intel. It's okay because it's not an overclock processor. It's just 7700, so I don't need like it's just 65 watt TDP. So I don't need to install like a beefy water cooler or something like that. But if you are able to grab one, that would be great. Otherwise, this thing is able to maintain the temperatures to the normal levels. I can move this to my bag. Okay, okay, okay. And once it's installed, just push the locking mechanism down and then lock these things. Okay. And I'm going to connect this CPU header. Uh, that's pretty much it on it right now. And let's install the RAM. So it's DDR4, 32 GB, CL16, not something CL14 or something like that, but it's good for this build. Okay, just make- and okay, it's in. That's pretty much it. So our this tiny motherboard is ready to go. I don't like this thing. This graphic card I'm going to install at the end because it's quite beefy, otherwise it will just damage the place. So I'm going to put this thing on one side and going to jump on the case. Let's put this thing aside. Some stickers, some IO shield. I don't need any of those things. Okay, I need this thing. Okay, let's put them aside for now. So normally, if it's a normal case, I will suggest to install the power supply before installing the motherboard. Then it will give you some space to play around and then just hook up the wires, or and it will also give you some option to cable manage the wires. But in this case, the power supply is coming over here, right at this place. And if I install the power supply first, I will not able to install the motherboard because motherboard is going at the bottom. I don't have a camera from the top view, so I can show you like this way. So the power supply is going over here, and the motherboard is going at the bottom of this thing. So the I will suggest the first go for the motherboard one, and the power supply, keep the power supply at the last option. And before installing this, we have to install the IO shield. Any new comments before I said anything else? Thank you guys. Okay, IO shield is in, and now we are going to install the motherboard in it. Be very gentle and make sure there is no wire under this. So my target is for this that I will install this system in less than an hour. So I hope I will able to do that, which I'm not sure right now due to that we spent almost like 15 minutes to just resolve the issue with the audio. But let's see what will happen at the end. I'll make sure in my next video, next stream, that I have another camera which is from the um, top to bottom side, so at least you guys can see what I'm doing right now into the next stream. But for this time, just bear with me, and whatever I have, just manage with this. I was not even expecting to today to live stream this thing. That's why I thought, okay, let's build a PC. It will take some time to build, and probably till the end of that, I might able to connect everything. Oh. Ah, how many people are right now? There are 11. Okay. What are the comments? नैना समझ कोई नहीं आ रहा क्या? Yes. Thanks, Arts and Craft with Muskan and Sona artist Nawaz Khan. I'm not sure. Yes, Nawaz Khan. Thank you all those who are part of my live stream. So in this case, there are already two fans installed. One is on the side to just for the CPU, and the other one is right in front of that to just blow all the to just push all the cool air in and throw that one out from the back. Uh, there are so many wires in this right now, and this system, the good part of this system is that they have two USB 3.0 in front of this and one USB 2, then power button and restart button are there. So we don't need to plug each and everything, run at the back and plug more USBs. I think so. Technically, this thing have three USBs in front of that. So this cable is for Type C, I mean USB 3.0 cables. So I'm going to install this thing first. Be very gentle because the pin on the motherboard, they are very fragile. So just make sure that you're just pushing them very gently. Okay, okay. Now I have to connect the restart and power on and the other things. So this is the fan, this is the other fan which I'm going to plug it to the fan header next to the CPU. Mhm. Okay, so for to install these restart and power LED and turn on the PC, these connectors, just make sure that you are consulting the motherboard manual, which or you can find that one online. Otherwise, if you have an idea, it's also marked on the pin layout is also on the marked on the motherboard. So this is the power reset, HD LED, and power on. And this one is power switch. Okay, let's plug them. Okay, and plus and minus power LEDs and okay, all are plugged in. So there is also a front audio jacks, so you don't need to plug your headphone or like microphone at the back. So simple way you can just plug over here. And I'm going to plug this thing right in front of that. So most probably next from my next live stream, I will stream from this PC, and this PC will be here. So I will not running these long wires or anything like that. I will just simply hook up the microphone over here, and I will be good to go. hmm So where is the audio jack? Okay, this thing is plugged now, and this thing is for front USB. Okay. mhm. Okay, and the fan, the front fan connector. Mhm. So this is for the power supply housing. When I install the power supply, this will hold the power supply at the back. Uh, I think that's pretty much it that I need to install on that. Let's grab the power supply again. So if you have a modular power supply, that would be great. In this case, especially because the extra wires do you have to, then you can only plug the wires that you really need to install into the system, not like these um, 4-pin Molex connectors or SATA extra cables. You don't need those power connectors. So, but like I only have this one laying around, so that's why I'm going to install this one. hmm Okay, I'm going to install this thing like this way. And first I'm going to install some screws in that. I'm just installing these things to be on the safe side, so I don't need to like bend a lot to install the screws again over there. I'm just checking the comments if anyone said anything. कोई नहीं है, okay, yes, मुझे भी नहीं आई. Thank you, Arts and Craft Muskan. I should make sure that this system posts before installing everything, but I'm not doing that right now. Probably that would be a mistake if like after building this whole thing and the system will not post, then I have to probably reassemble everything or something like that. Disassemble everything and then reassemble. But anyhow, I don't have much option right now. I'm just doing it as it is. Okay, installing the 24 pin connector for the motherboard for power. Okay, and just be very gentle. Don't push so hard. And now I have to connect the this 8 pin CPU power connector. Okay, and these are the two main power connectors that we have to connect. Okay, and so now you can see what I was saying at that time. If you can see from this side, so the motherboard is So the motherboard is at the bottom. So if you install the power supply first, then it will be hard for you to install the motherboard and install the screws, because one screw is on this side and the other one is right under the power supply. So that's why if you install the motherboard first, so it will give you more free space to install the motherboard and then the power supply. But if it's like a normal ATX case, I will recommend go for the power supply first and cable manage all the wires and then go for the motherboard, because then you just have to install the motherboard and plug in the 24 pin connector and the 8 pin CPU power connector. Okay, before doing anything, I think if I install the SATA cable first, then it will be easy for me to work on easily. Because when I install the graphics card will come right over here, because this is the PCI Express 16X slot. So this motherboard only will have one slot. So if I install the graphics card first, then I have then I don't have much space to work in. Then I have to be squeeze my hand from here and then work on the thing. So it's better to install the graphics card at the last and do all the other things first. Okay, let's install some of the screws. This way at least to hold the power supply on this place. Okay, I'm just checking all the comments if there's any new comment or something like that. Was he slow? Uh, I don't know if you guys can hear me properly. Let me know or something like that. I'm not sure whether you guys can hear me or not. Uh, Let me know if you guys can hear me properly. I'm not sure. Today I just need some the viewers to let me know that whether you guys can hear me or not. Uh, what you guys don't understand the is the audio quality or the other thing? Right now 12 people are watching. Okay. Mm, Thank you, son artist. Okay. Thank you, art and craft with Muskan. Okay, power supply is secure now. I just have to cable manage this all crap. Let's grab some zip ties and cable manage all these things. Okay. Because I just want to make sure that there is nothing come in front of the fan, which is right here, and this one is going to pump fresh air inside. So that's why I just have to clear the way in front of this. So if you have an AIO cooler, water cooler is a closed loop because you don't have enough space to install an open loop one. So you can install that at the back plate right over here on the other side because this place is for that. Okay, but right now I don't have anything, no water cooler, no something like that. So that's why I'm going to install a zip tie on this side. Okay. 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 So that thing is secure now, and now we have to install secure these cables for the power supply. So this thing will not come in the middle of uh, okay. So the not the last step, but I'm going to install the graphics card now because I can install right now the graphics card. I think you guys can see through this angle. Yes. Don't worry, nothing will happen like that. Trust me. I'm just okay, and graphics card is installed. I have to install use the screws to install that. Where do I buy this shirt? It's just a normal shirt I just bought from um, H&M, I think. I'm not sure the brand name, but it's something like that. Thank you. Who's the person? Zubair Aman. Okay, thank you, Zubair. Mm, okay, and we are almost done building this PC after installing the graphics card, and then we can test this system. Okay. Mhm. This is the 8-pin connector for the graphics card. Yeah, sure, is better one. I will let you know in the comments. I will let you know Zubair one. Okay, and this thing is installed now in it. So all these cables, I'm just going to only use one for the SSD power, and rest all the cables I'm just going to install them on one side where it will not disturb the airflow of the system. So let's use a zip tie. One moment and let me. Oh, what happened? I think it's a small zip tie. I need a bigger one. Let me grab the other one. Unfortunately, I don't have a black big zip tie, so I'm using this red one. Let's use this. Okay, and the SSD, I'm going to install this thing in it, and but I don't think so I have any OS loaded in that. Instead of this, okay, let's install this thing anyhow. And also going to use the power cable. That's pretty much it. This system is ready to go. Let's install the top case on it and install thumb screws so this thing will not come out. Uh, let's read some comments. Zubair, Zubairawan, I will let you know about the shirt for sure. And who else? Mm, mm, thank you all, Sona artists, Zubairawan, and all others, those who were commenting and the part of my life, my first live stream. Thank you so much. Okay, time for um, the truth, whether it's work or not. Let me grab the display cable for this. And the power cable, I'm going to just plug this thing. So I'm going to put the system over here. This is my control PC on which I'm just controlling all my stream and everything. Let's me move this thing, this wire on this side. Okay, and where is the keyboard wire? Let's plug the keyboard and mouse. Okay, turn on the power supply, and I shouldn't close this top cover probably. I just made some mistake to just to make sure whether this thing is connected into the system. Let's select the input and should be on display port, and okay, system is coming up, things are spinning, graphics card is working, and oh, there is no post. Sometime it takes some time, and let's wait for like couple of seconds. While it's turning on, let's see the comments. What the heck? Okay, good luck, Zubairawan. Thank you, Arts and Craft with Muskan. I think I'm having some issues. Let me just. Maybe I have to reconnect the RAM and then see whether things work. It could be a RAM thing. What if I try to change the RAM and try something different? Let's try this stick. Okay. That's pretty much it for now. I don't know. It's like it seems like I have some issue with the RAM. I don't know whether I plugged something wrong or what. I have to do some digging in that. Uh, let's try this, or probably the motherboard need an update because it's like this thing is made for actually for 6th gen i5 and i7s, and this is the 7th gen. Maybe I have to update the BIOS on that, and then it should pick up. I just want to make sure on it. Let's try this last time to see if it's give me a post. Let's see. Mhm. Boom, it's there. So I think it's related with the RAM 7700 DDR4. RAM is installed. Two boot drives. One is M.2 and the other one is, let's run the setup. I don't know whether you guys can see or not, but let me just turn the camera on that side. First, let me close this thing. Okay, let me just close this and then I'll show you the screen. Okay, let me just bring the camera around. So let me just bring a little bit up because I don't think so that I would able to see my face then. Okay, okay. So this is it. It's working, so it's a success for this video. And just let me know in the comments that did you guys like this video? Do you want more videos like this, or do you want me to do more live streams? It's been a long time that I post any video on my channel, but I'll make sure that I'll be regular, at least in live streaming once in a week. Um, I will do on this channel, and this is due to the quarantine. Um, I hope this in like couple of weeks I will be good to go again. So thank you so much, guys, to be part of my live stream. Um, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next time. Okay. So till that time, be safe. Um, Try to remain at home as much as you can. And thank you so much, bye, guys. Have a good one.